Here we are once again. Welcome back, everyone, to the Dawg House. This is the 9th episode. My brain is fried from trying to kill Nicky Rod earlier, but we're hanging in. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Every time I was just thinking, every time I hear Jim say like we're live, I think of the show iCarly. Do you remember that show?
Of course I do.
It's like 3, 2, 1. It's like I know. And the song comes on. I don't know why I always think of that. Anyway, I'm not doing fine, guys. All from that comment alone. But you got a match coming up.
I do. Next weekend, my last opponent pulled it out, so I'll be fighting his teammate.
That's right. I forgot.
Alves, I believe his name is. Looks pretty good. Looks strong. Should be a good time.
What weight does he normally fight at? Because you're cutting a little bit for this.
It's just like 5 pounds. I'm really just dieting just because I want to like see how lean I can get.
Yeah.
And also just because I want to eat better and feel better.
Get a sexy 6-pack like me.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Chasing that Joshua Wyland 6-pack. Yeah. I think I leave Friday, but they haven't given me my flight info yet. It's Monday. So, we'll see.
Fights off.
Fights off. Yeah.
It's in Vegas. This one's in Vegas?
It's in Vegas, yeah. I'll be on the same card as Nicky Rod and Craig Jones.
Oh, I forgot Craig.
Yeah.
Jr., right?
Yes, yeah. Yeah, that'll be good.
Yeah.
And then Nicky Rod will be fighting Roberto Jimenez. Very talented grappler. I think I'm a good training partner for Nicky Rod for that. So we've been doing, a bit more rounds than we normally do. That being said, my ribs hurt very much. It hurts to get out of bed, but if you ignore it, most of your issues go away. So,
you believe that?
I mean,
ignore the pain, goes away.
If it's like, if it's an injury, then that's one thing. But if you're like aching and hurting, then it's like, what does talking about it? What's that gonna do?
Yeah,
it's just gonna remind you that you're.
Should I hop into that? I'm gonna hop. Actually,
while we're at it,
I'm gonna hop right into it.
Let's get
now
to
that
it.
you mentioned that, it made me think of at least one of the lines I had in here. I already brought it up to you, but by the way, these are notes I've taken on a guy named Jesse Jesseller. I think is his last name. I'm probably botching that, but he was like he's a motivational speaker, kind of, but he owns one of the biggest private jet rentals companies in the world now.
Jet
rental companies.
Really?
Yes, he's like a billionaire, and when he was in his 20s, he was like broke, poor, trying to be a rapper.
Wow.
Yeah. So
trying to be a rapper turned into a jet renter.
Yeah. Yeah, so his story's pretty cool. His story's pretty cool, but I've been watching a lot of his stuff, so I like to take bits and pieces from everyone and see if it can fit to my life at all. And one of the things he says he learned when he was like, because now he runs like ultra marathon, like 200 mile runs, like David Goggins kind of stuff like that. And he was like training with this Navy SEAL, who does runs now, not David Goggins, some other guy. His name's Chad something. But he said, don't give your pain a voice. And he said that during this like training period of this like Navy SEAL was trying to teach him or try to help him beat his PR, which was 38 miles straight without stopping, I think. I'm not sure if it was without stopping, but his PR was like 38 miles or something like that. And he wanted to beat it training for this ultra marathon coming up. And this Navy SEAL is also a runner himself. He goes, we have 3 rules. I can't remember the first 2 rules, but the one that stuck out to me was, he goes, one of the rules is throughout this whole week when we train, he goes, anytime I ask you, how do you feel? You have to say outstanding. No matter how you feel. You got to say outstanding. So for the whole week, after running like 20 miles, how do you feel? Outstanding.
Yeah.
he gets out of bed, he feels fresh. How do you feel? Outstanding. It's like, always say that. That was rule number 1. I was like, write that down.
Yeah.
Write that down. And it's so true. It was like, like, don't give your pain a voice. Like, you could think stuff. This is what this guy said. He said, which I agreed with. That's why I wrote it down. So you can think things, but the second you speak it is when it starts to have an effect on you. Yes. So that's why the phrase is don't give your pain a voice.
Yeah.
Because whenever you talk about the thoughts you're having, then that's when it starts to become reality. Yep. So I was like, oh, okay. I believe that to an extent. Obviously, if your leg's blown off, you're not going to feel outstanding.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Like, the difference between injury and just like pain is different. You know, if you're injured, there's going to be some,
or even hurt.
Yeah,
you can be hurt, but like, if it's going to heal in a day or two, you're fine.
Yeah,
you're fine. But if it's something that's obviously not going away, or your arm's broke, then
something needs fixing.
You gotta fix that.
Yeah, Nicky Rod does a really good job of that. He like, you'll never hear Nicky Rod say anything like negative. Mm-hmm. You'll never hear him saying anything negative.
Yeah, and that doesn't necessarily mean he's never thought it. But the second you speak it, it's like, now that's when it starts to have more an effect on you.
Yeah, he like, I was talking to him about like something I was concerned about, like, on my body, and he was like, yeah, I had something similar like that happen to me. I have this thing where if I sprint, my waist hurts, and but I'm fine in training, so I'm good. And I was like, you need to go to the hospital.
When I roll, I feel fine.
Yeah, it was like,
but when I sleep, my back feels like it's broken.
Yeah, but Nicky Rod does a good job of that for sure.
That leads me to a second question I want to ask you, because I just thought of this now. But like, with that quote alone, it makes me think, because that way of thinking obviously is like a stoic, you know?
Yeah.
Basically, you're controlling your emotions. At what point, if any, do you think if that starts to become a problem, if like holding in your emotions, what do you think that will ever cause a problem at any point in your life? I don't have an opinion on this. I'm just like,
I don't think it would ever be an issue.
Yeah.
To an extent. Because and this comes back to what we mentioned earlier. The extent is, if you're actually injured, and you would know if you're actually injured if your arm is hanging off by a thread. Yeah. Then something needs fixing.
Yeah.
You're injured. But if you're just you're sore, this that, mentioning it does nothing at all.
Okay. Here's the second thought. I want to pick your brain on.
Yeah.
What about outside of physical pain, but more so like emotional pain? Like let's say you're not happy with your life, or maybe you have a goal and you're not reaching it. Should you not give that thought a voice, or should you point out your shortcomings when, like, if they're affecting you? It's hard. I'm trying to find a way to explain this where it makes sense. But obviously, my foot's hurting. Don't say that.
Yeah.
But it's like, I'm not happy with my life right now. Oh, just keep it silent. Just keep going. Keep going. Or should you deal with it?
I don't think it should be like a matter of, if you do end up bringing it up, it shouldn't be like you complaining and like
poor me.
Yeah. You should be looking for a solution and asking someone
for
a solution. Like, I'm having trouble with this and this and this. How can I go about this? Or do you have any advice with this?
That's a good answer.
Rather than fucking, my life is shit right now. Crying does nothing.
Yeah, that's a good point. So like, if you are dealing with something like that, I only bring this up because it's a common thing amongst the general population, because not everyone gets to deal with like our physical injuries we get to deal with daily, right? Some people deal with other type of pain, but I like that answer where it's like, if you're going to speak about a problem or pain you're having in your life, whether it's physical or emotion, you better be speaking of a solution. Yeah. Right? If you're not speaking of a solution, if you're just complaining, then don't speak.
That does nothing. Yeah.
I like that.
Not to be like heartless and cold, but kind of does nothing.
Yeah, it's kind of true though. it's kind of true. It's like you sit there and you complain. That's not gonna really change much.
Yeah.
To piggyback off from that, I have another thing in here that was really interesting. I heard this guy talking, same guy, Jesse, and he said something. I was like, I could bring it up to Jay. It says, don't negotiate with your goals. Point out when you fail. So like, in the example he said was, don't negotiate with your goals. So if your plan was to run 100 miles and you run 98, and someone's like, wow, like, dude, like, you ran 98 miles. Like, yeah, but that wasn't the goal.
Yeah.
I failed. And instead of, I feel like there's a time in life to try and look for the silver lining, and there's a time in life to not negotiate with the goal, to realize that you did fail.
Yeah.
You have to do better next time.
Yeah, that's tough. My mom does that a lot.
What?
With me. Like
silver lining or point out?
Like looking for a silver lining. It's very frustrating.
Yeah. It's hard. I don't think it's a bad way to be, like being optimistic.
It's not, but it's frustrating when you had a goal and you don't achieve it, and other people around you are still patting you on the back. I don't want to be patted on the back.
Yeah,
I
failed.
I want you to tell me I should do more.
You do better. Yeah.
Yeah, do better.
Yeah, I wanted to bring that up to you because I was like, yeah, that. It's a kind of causes a little dilemma of like always wanting to be optimistic and be like, oh, you know, be positive. But it's like sometimes you do have to just swallow and realize like I didn't make it.
Yep.
Like I failed. Yep. So I like that one a lot.
Accept it as well. Like don't fucking hide from it.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people just like just avoid like accepting that they failed, but.
Yeah, true.
That's a good thing with jiu-jitsu. It's like when you lose a match, you fucking lost.
Dude,
you know?
That's why I love jiu-jitsu and wrestling, like single man sports.
Yes.
Like, dude, if you win, you won. If you lost, you lost.
There's nothing to put, no one to point the finger at except for yourself, which is very, very good.
Yep. So, guys, don't negotiate with your goal. Point out when you fail.
Yes.
And I don't have the best answer with like when to do that and when not to do that, because there are times where I do agree with the phrase where it's like, you know, you did learn, right? You did learn, and you'd be lying if you said you didn't learn. I mean, there's plenty of times you've probably lost and looked back and been like, oh, I guess if I didn't do that, or if I didn't do that, I would have won, or blah, blah. So you are learning, but don't let that distract you from the fact that you did fail. Yeah. Right? So you learned, but you also failed. Yeah. Like, so accept that. And the better you get at accepting that, it'll be easier for you to learn. Yeah. If you get better at accepting when you fail. Speed up the process of just you getting better overall. Yeah. Don't slow down that process. Yep. All right. Next one I wanted to pick your brain on. This one's probably my favorite one. This one's really, really interesting. So when I was watching this clip of this guy talking, he was referencing a basketball player that what was his name? I forget his name, but he always threw, you know, like a like 3-point shot is like, get a foul, you get a free shot. Yep. Well, he would do it underhanded. So he'd like toss it up like this. Fuck. Like, exactly. What the fuck? Like, that's what everyone thought. What's this dude doing? And he toss it. And I want to say either throughout history or throughout that generation, he had the highest percentage of making the shot. Really? Than anyone else. Wow. Kobe Bryant, LeBron James. Why didn't no one else do this? But no one else did it. Exactly. And so the quote this guy was talking about was, normal is broken. Meaning normal should not be the goal. But everyone's so stuck with like wanting to be normal to not look weird, because it's like, all right, this guy is throwing it this way. He looks like an absolute moron. Yeah. But yet he is scoring way more points than you. Why aren't you at least trying out that method? Because you know you'll be looked at by other people as like, you're weird, or what are you doing? Yeah. And the quote is, normal is broken, meaning you shouldn't want to be normal because it's broken, right? If you think normally, it's like, isn't always the best way to think. Yeah. I kind of like that. I do like that as well. Also, like, I see that reminds you of just like some occasions in jiu-jitsu where that happens, but it's like sometimes you do try certain things, like try certain styles, or maybe you have this pass and it works, but this guy has a higher percentage
of passing. So you're like, okay, I'm gonna try this pass. You try it a little bit, and it's just fucked. Like it's just not working out for you, and sometimes it's just better to not go that route, I guess. But I guess this is just more like technique specific rather than like mentality. But yeah.
I mean, this is another interesting thought off from that is, for me, this is a problem I have with me personally. I think I'm a lot better at it than most, but it's like some people are afraid to deviate away from normal, not because it may look weird. Some people are okay looking weird, or whatever. But it's like, if you do this weird thing and then it actually makes you perform worse, or you fail, or you mess up, now you really look stupid, right?
Yeah.
But it's like, if I do something based off of that I think it will help me, then even if I fail, I was at least trying to set myself up for the best possible chance of success. And if you believe that, then it's like,
it's okay.
Then it's okay.
Yeah.
Exactly, right? It's like, why did you try that flying arm bar? That was dumb. You just went for the pass, like, because I thought it was there.
Yeah.
I thought it was there.
Yeah,
it wasn't there, but I thought it was. Like, you know what I mean? But people like are afraid, like, if I do it, then I don't get it. I'm gonna look stupid.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, but right then and there, you thought to yourself, this is my best chance of success, and you went for it. That takes a lot of balls to be able to do stuff like that and look weird while you're doing it. Like, sometimes that's what it takes.
Yeah.
Look weird, mess up, and then own up to it when you mess up. Like, hey, it didn't work, but I thought it was going to work. You know what I mean? Like, it's that simple.
In my finals match at trials that I ended up winning, I tried the buggy choke like 2 or 3 times before I ended up getting the finish.
Yeah.
So I tried the last time. They've seen me attempt it 3 or 4 times. So they're like, this guy.
Yeah,
this guy's got to stop.
Yeah, you look stupid.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing?
And some guy got
slammed.
Yeah, slammed unconscious.
In the same tournament, right?
Same
yeah,
tournament.
I remember that.
So they're like screaming at me to let go.
Stop.
And then I finished it, and they're like,
yeah, that brings me to another point that I love this phrase from Mr. Beast, when he goes, what do you say? You're crazy, you're stupid, you're whatever until you're successful.
Delusional until
until you're successful. Then you're a genius.
Yes.
Then you're a motivator. Blah blah. So it's like,
it's just.
At the end of the day, you got to do you. You know what I mean?
It's so frustrating.
It's so frustrating.
Yeah. But also at the end of the day, you can't really listen to what other people say or think about you, because it's just.
Nope.
People are always gonna hate.
Mm-hmm.
You saw the post that I did today on my story.
Which one?
It was people are hating on me when this is literally me in my living room.
Yeah, you made it in the car.
Like building a Lego car.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
It's so true.
Yeah.
It's
do your own thing.
Yeah, do your own thing. I saw something else, like exactly what you were saying, where it's like, I wish I knew the exact words, but it's something along the line like, if you train too much, then like you're an overdoer. You're not resting enough. But then if you rest, then you're not training hard enough in someone's eyes.
Yeah.
If you make too much money, then you're greedy in someone's eyes. But if you don't make up too much, if you don't make too much money, then you're poor in someone's eyes. Like, no matter what you do, people will try and find a way to make it negative. So it's like, at the end of the day, just fucking do what you want to do.
Yeah.
Be successful, and whatever it takes to be successful, like. That's what
in your head.
In your head,
successful to you.
Based off good data, right? Based off stuff that you're like, okay, this formula's been proven to work, but it's gonna make me look a little weird. It's made me look a little not normal, but it's been proven to work. Then you just do it. Just do it. You know. And I love that mindset of Recently, I've started noticing a lot of people saying, which I was like, man, I'm kind of bad at this. It's like waiting for the perfect moment.
You just gotta
go.
Oh yeah.
And it's like sometimes that's hard to do, but it's but it's true.
You have to.
Yeah.
'Cause if you just keep waiting, other people are fucking catching up and doing their own thing.
Yep.
Like, especially for like the stuff like, so for everyone at home, I've been trying to convince this guy to do an instructional. He has his own instructional material. He is so good at like teaching. He's very good. I am terrible with my words, but he explains things very, very well.
I'll pay you later.
So, so I really want him to do an instructional, and he's like, well, I haven't really won anything too like highly, and he feels like he has to accomplish something in jiu-jitsu before he releases an instructional. But it's like, you're really good at teaching. 2, there's plenty of other people that are making so much money that have 0 accolades off of DVDs.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
There was a third one, but I forgot. So, guys, drop a comment down below. Force this guy to do an instructional. You have everything you need. You have everything you need.
I do.
You just fucking gotta pull the trigger.
Gotta pull the trigger. You're right.
Yeah.
That's the part. That's what I was thinking of when I heard that quote. I was like, man, I'm like, I have to have I want an ACC title before I do it, or I want to do this, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, bro, you have all the tools to do it now. Why aren't you doing it?
Exactly.
It's like, you just gotta do it.
It's even if you don't, like, you have it out now, and if it doesn't like sell too well, when you do win something big,
re-blow it up.
It's there.
Yeah.
Bang.
Yeah.
Here you go. This is how I won this match.
Yeah.
DVD.
You're right.
Right there. Right in their face. $100. Give it to me.
$100 minimum. You can learn how to wrestle.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, we should get on that soon.
Yeah,
I was tough with trials and stuff.
After trials, I got to do a lot of work.
Yeah.
A lot of work.
What else do you plan on doing?
After trials?
Yeah.
After trials, plan on resting. After trials, I plan to do very well. I think I can win it. So after trials, I plan to do an instructional. Whether I do well or not, I still plan on doing instructional.
Good.
But the fact that I will do well, I think will be good for the instructional as well.
Absolutely.
I plan on doing a lot more for the podcast, like trying to get it on Apple and Spotify, like try and figure that out.
Yeah.
And probably do something with my Pookie Bear. Yeah.
build a fire on some
Build a
shore.
fire on a beach.
Yes.
Do something. Summer's right around the corner.
Yeah.
After trials, I think I'll deserve at least a weekend of some relaxation.
Yeah. It's tough in Texas though, because it's like summer's around the corner. It's like right now it's like good time because like spring is nice and warm.
Yeah.
It's not spring, it's winter, but it feels like spring in any other place. But a month from now it's gonna be hell. It's just gonna be burn. Everything's gonna be burning. My back is gonna be peeling.
That's why I was like, I'd like to go do something right after trials. Yeah, because every week you wait, this is closer and closer to being 200 degrees outside.
And then the moment it's 100 degrees, it's gonna be like that for another month.
For a while.
Yeah,
it's last summer for like 2 months. It was over 100 for at least a month. It was over 100 almost every day.
Every single day, definitely over a month.
Yeah,
it was over 100 degrees.
I was like, holy cow, this is rough.
Yeah, that shit makes me want to live in like Oregon. I loved Oregon.
You always bring up Oregon.
It was beautiful there.
Yeah,
it was. I didn't even get to go to the shore, and it was already beautiful.
This is the only thing I'd say about Oregon. Doesn't it rain like all the time?
It was raining while I was there.
The whole time. The whole time.
It was drizzling. Yeah, but I was like, I don't know. I was only there for like 2 days. Yeah. It was beautiful.
Yeah, it was beautiful. Just in those small little videos I saw. Just the forest and trees.
In the summer, is it also going to be raining all the time as well? Like, I wonder.
I know Oregon's known to be like, it rains a lot.
I feel like I know more up north, like Seattle is definitely like that. But I guess Oregon is like that as well. Makes sense. Everything's fucking green.
I was going to say, it's a pretty beautiful green place. It's like fresh, dark green.
Yeah, dark green.
Dark green. Those trees are dark green.
Oh, fuck.
I'd have to be, if I'm going to live somewhere though, it's got to be mostly sunny. Like, I just love being out in the sun. Like to this weekend, dude, it was beautiful. Yeah. I just walked around all weekend.
Yeah.
Just walked around and just looked at places.
Oh yeah, I saw some horses. I went to a ranch.
Went to a ranch.
Yeah, dude. The ranch had. I met 3 horses. They're fucking massive. I didn't obviously they're big, but they're massive. They're massive. Like their head is just like I grabbed it. And I was just like, fuck.
This thing's big.
Big. Like his head was just like here, and he could have just broke
killed
my
you.
face.
Have you rode a horse before?
No, but I pet one.
Now, previous to this weekend.
Not just this weekend.
Oh, this is the first time you've been like that close to a horse.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Okay.
Yeah, he's like, they got weird looking teeth as well.
They do.
The family that lives on the ranch, they also had like fucking turkeys. They had like 30 chickens.
That's goals.
Yeah, I was talking to a guy there. He was like, yeah, that turkey over there, his name's Jeff. I was like, I don't know why they got me, but I was dying.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was great.
That
Good
turkey's
time.
name's Jeff. God damn it.
He was like walking around making noises, and then he looked at us and like perched up like all his feathers and shit. Like he looked like a full blown, like a standard turkey,
like ready to fight.
Yeah, I don't know something. But he looked like, I don't know, looks sick. I want one,
I want a ranch in general.
bro. I mean, 30 acres. You could just do whatever the
Whatever
fuck you want. Yeah.
30 acres?
30
God
acres. You
dang.
just fucking. There was like deers and shit. I was ready to chase them.
This is
They saw me.
this is super, super off topic. But for some reason when I thought ranch, I thought like surviving. Just like in the midst of an apocalypse, I'd want like a ranch of my own. And it made me like think, okay, ranch. I'd want a ranch. But if I had to choose between like a grocery store, a gun store, or a gas station, which one would I go for if I was trying to survive? Obviously, I'd have my ranch. But if I had to pick between those 3, like which one would I choose?
Okay, so we're in Texas, so everyone has guns no matter what. So I think gun store is off the list.
Off the list if you already have a gun?
Well, I mean, I'm gonna find a gun somewhere. I'm gonna be able to strangle someone before they pull their gun out.
And take the gun.
I take the gun.
Okay.
That's gun acquired.
Okay.
1. 2, everyone's gonna go to the grocery store. Off the list for me. Less people are gonna be going to the gas station. And gas stations have like that roof that's hard to access. Like atop the gas pumps. It's hard to access. So
you're already thinking defense.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I'm building a hut. Are you kidding me?
You said the gas station roof is hard to access. I'm thinking the gas station.
It's yeah. I mean, it's pretty simple.
He hasn't even pointed out the most like important part yet, which is like gas.
Nah,
like to be able to transportation.
Nah. We got snacks. We don't need to transport anywhere. The gas station has enough snacks to hold
need to transport anywhere.
my Pookie, and 3 other people. We're good for at least a week. We hold that down until everything settles down after that week. We're fucking good to go.
Okay, now what if the people who took the gun store now come to the gas station and they're like loaded to the brim and they're just going to take your gas station?
So you're gonna be perched up with binoculars at the top of the.
They're on the way.
I think we're gonna be good, bro. If we have,
I'll be the guard dog. I'll start barking. Anytime someone comes around, the gas station just. Oh my
they'll
god!
think you're autistic. Fuck, man.
That'll scare them away for sure.
That'll confuse them, and then
what would be like the ideal number of people? Like, because a gas station isn't super super big. It can be big, like a Wawa or Sheetz or something. I guess you don't know what a Wawa is, do you?
Brown from Jersey.
Oh, sorry. Okay, yeah, it's okay.
Yeah,
it's
cookies
Jersey
and cream milk.
Yes, Wawa. Yes.
Yep.
Wawa is like only an East Coast thing or something.
I believe so.
Yeah. Well, like a size of a Wawa or a Sheetz or a Buc-ee's,
bro. That's good.
You're fine.
Buc-ee's, you can bring like 10 people there. You're good.
Buc-ee's like a grocery store.
Yeah, but yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah.
Buc-ee's, you need more people to hold that bitch down.
But a regular gas station like a Wawa,
bro, like 5, 6 people.
5, 6 people, you think?
Yeah. and like at least a woman to reproduce with. if everything goes like very poorly and we have to procreate.
You're right. You are right. You're not wrong. Especially during apocalypse time,
That's what I'm saying.
You gotta recreate. Exactly. At least one. Well, ideally, you'd want multiple women, because once one's pregnant, she's pregnant for like nine months.
Yeah, so
she couldn't reproduce for like another year.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah, that's tough. That'd be a year you'd have to survive and hope they don't get wiped out.
Yeah, but I do think like it depends on the apocalypse. Like if it's what kind of, are we talking zombies or are we talking like
okay, well the one I was thinking of, I guess,
warfare
would be like country invasion from China.
Okay.
Yeah, and so like that just ignites chaos. So it's not zombies or anything, but just like people.
So it's not.
Would that change your answer?
So we're not fighting our own people. We're fighting.
It's a mixture of both.
Really?
Yeah, because the thing about it, if
complete chaos.
China or some other country invaded,
anarchy.
We would turn. I mean, we already kill each other to begin with over a pair of Nike shoes.
That's fair.
So the second we're getting invaded, it'd be like a big free for all. So it would be a mixture of Americans trying to kill Americans, and then like Chinese.
Yeah.
Also,
I do think like,
or other country. It doesn't have to be China.
I do think at least some people, like we would be more if it was another country, we would be obligated to just like, I don't know, be more like cordial with our fellow Americans,
like teaming up and stuff.
Yeah. Rather than like fighting over food and shit. If it was a zombie apocalypse, there would be less fighting over food, more just like, all right, this is for our team, we are a team, shit like that.
Would it be in a zombie apocalypse or like a regular apocalypse? Would that change whether you do the gas station, gun store, or grocery store?
For sure.
Really?
Yeah.
What would be the
I think
difference?
if it's a country, maybe gun store.
Really?
If it's like
like a true invasion, like military, you need the firepower.
Yeah, for sure. And then zombies, probably gas station. Yeah.
Why would zombies make you go gas station?
Because like I
Less
said,
of a threat?
We can go up top. Zombies can't climb ladders. We're good to go.
Zombies can't climb ladders, guys.
You heard
Just
it
get
here.
on the roof. Just get on the roof.
That's why I said get on top of the fucking.
That's why you said.
I told you, you're gonna have the binoculars.
I can just picture this, guys. Just picture you're driving down the road during apocalypse and you see a guy on the roof of a gas station trying to run and jump over to the roof of the pumps, and it's just Jay, and he can't quite make it. He just keeps trying to jump over to the roof of the pumps. Like once I get there, they can't get
me. This is the wrong vision. The vision they're gonna see, they're gonna be driving down the road.
Okay, yeah.
They're gonna see an outline of JDawg holding his binoculars like this on his knees atop the fucking gas station, and I'm gonna be prone with a sniper.
Damn.
Aiming right at you. All you're gonna see is a fucking glare and then darkness. That's it.
You're just going to see me look at Jay and just go.
That's all it's gonna be.
That's all it's gonna be. Just over. I'm just gonna be like,
yep, there he is. Done. And then we got car. We got their fuel. We're fucking good to go, dude.
You're actually right. That's exactly how it'd be, honestly.
All we need is each other.
Yeah. That's it. And some...
And Caulibuds. And Super Greens.
And dog collars for our guard dog. That's if we had that, we're set. We're set.
I'm going to hold it some, okay?
You have to put it all the way in.
Okay. Just breathe out it.
Mom, can you just do it?
I know I shouldn't curse in front of my mom, but cauliflower ear sucks. I use Caulibuds ear magnets. I really wish I would have had these magnets, but my ears were messed up. These keep my cauliflower ear at bay. They're the original and best quality cauliflower ear magnets on the market. Step 1, drain your ear. Step 2, pick your buds. Step 3, put them on your ear. Make the right decision. Invest in these Caulibuds so your ears don't look like chicken nuggets like mine. Check them out on Amazon or Caulibuds.com. And ears. Train with your buds.
Juce Organic's powders are certified USDA organic, 100% vegan, non-GMO, dairy-free, gluten-free, and soy-free.
We have a wide range of products that are here to support your health needs. Our products are designed to boost energy, enhance endurance, and aid in muscle recovery. Packed with organic superfoods, Juice helps fuel your body with intense training and quick recovery.
Juice Sport Greens is an all-in-one greens supplement with 7 essential organic components, consisting of greens, antioxidants, protein, probiotics, mushrooms, and fiber to help promote a strong and healthy body. And don't forget to use code DAWG25 to get 25% off all of their products.
Check out Petwear Code today for a personalized touch that your furry friend will love. Trust me, you won't want to miss out on this. Happy tails, everyone.
Use code DAWG20 for 20% off.
So I wanted to get these chips today.
Oh.
Healthy chips, but I couldn't find the ones that I've had before. So they were sweet potato chips, but they're like flavored like kind of ranch. Not crazy healthy, but it's much healthier than like a standard chip because it's not like fried. But these ones are different. These ones are fried in coconut oil, covered in sea salt. You can eat the crumbs. I ate the entire bag. That's why it's empty.
Someone's been eating these. There's nothing in here.
But yeah, those are really good. It's like it's just a sweet potato chip with some salt on her. Pretty simple. But the issue with this one is it's high in saturated fats. Not the best. Should have got the avocado oil ones instead of the coconut oil ones, but mistake made, lesson learned.
I'm really hungry right now. That could be change. That could be affecting
Just
how
a
much.
healthy chip.
I like it. It's good.
Yeah. The one thing is saturated fats is it's not the best for us.
Really?
For me and Nicky Rod.
What fats were in the olives we were eating?
That's
Nicky Rod was saying-
mono unsaturated fats. That's the good stuff.
That's the good stuff.
Yeah.
I like this.
Yeah, it's good stuff. What was I? There was something else I was talking about fats.
There was something in the garage you were about to say, and you're like, save it for the podcast.
What were we talking about? Do you remember?
It was you. But the difference, you said
remember.
we have all the time, and then you stopped.
I remember.
Good. What is it?
We have been spending less time playing video games.
Mm-hmm.
This amount of time we do play video games is equivalent to a VR session. Back when we were playing like Call of Duty, we would play for hours.
Yeah.
And then we're just cranking those games out. But now we play Helldivers now, for freedom and democracy.
Yeah, very good reasons.
We're very important in the galaxy, but
Very
for
important in the galaxy.
for Super Earth. But yeah, the amount of time we spend playing that game, we could be playing VR. Just because like that's the normal amount of time that I play, and I play solo. So like, maybe I'd be down to play more.
I was going to ask you that. Do you play VR now by yourself at all?
No.
Really?
But I would play with you.
So you're just
all
waiting
the
for
time.
someone to play with.
You motherfucker. Dude, it's so
Make me feel bad.
so fun. There's some games that I do play solo. Like I haven't touched the headset in a while, but like Into the Radius is one of the best survival games I've ever played in my entire life. Mm-hmm. And it's on that headset. Very good game. It's perfect. It's perfect. I love it. It just ticks all the boxes for me personally. But then there's like, it's not actual Fortnite, but you can play a game essentially just like Fortnite.
Yeah.
In there, it's a battle royale. There's like 30 or 40, maybe 50 people on a map. You drop down. It's only teams of 3. So I have to talk to 2 strangers instead of my Pookie and 1 stranger. But but you can mute them. I mute them. But yeah, it's just battle royale. You pick guns up, shoot people,
Dude,
and you can build shit, climb walls. You can literally walk up to a wall and just start
Really? I see VR games that I'm like, it looks so fun. Like, I would all right, this is just me because I'm a dickhead, but I would love to get a VR just to fuck with people. Like, I love
Among
those.
Us.
Yes, like
Among
games
Us.
like that. Or like, have you seen the game where it's like, I sent you the video of the coconut. He's like, "Brrr," and the girl's like, get away from me now. And he's like, "Brrr," and
No,
the
I
guy
don't
walks up
remember.
with like butterfly wings. He's like, get away from her now.
Oh,
I mean,
yes,
dude,
yes.
I would want to do stuff like that. Like mess with people. Like, that is
Yes.
so. I'll make a deal right now, live on camera. Okay. If I medal at trials, I will buy VR the day I get back.
Cool.
The day I get back, I will buy a VR set.
I think the thing is, I
If
mentioned
I don't
this
medal, then
before.
I'll get it 2 days after I'm back instead of one.
I mentioned, you said, I don't know if we mentioned this on the podcast. You said at the beginning of the year, he's like, I sent him a video of someone playing VR, and I'm like, this could be us. And he's like, I'll get it on your birthday. For your birthday, I'll buy.
For his birthday, I will buy myself
Yes.
a VR.
And I'm like, good thing my birthday's in 1 week. And he's like, all right, by the end of the year, I'll have a headset.
Yeah, he's like, well, actually, my birthday's in a week. I was like, well, then I'll get it for Christmas.
Dude, it could be a really good time. Me, you, and Nikki Ryan playing those
VR,
battle royale.
that would be
We
fun.
would be unstoppable. Nikki Ryan would be sweating so much.
Oh, yeah. I could see him getting like super competitive in like VR.
Absolutely. I could see, like, I climb walls pretty fast. I'm sure he'll find a way to climb the walls faster. Just because he's.
I need it, guys. If we get enough views and likes on this video, share this to all your friends. I will post on Instagram on the Doghouse podcast of a clip of Jay playing with the VR. And he's trying to teach me how to play. Remember that?
Oh,
On like the Thanksgiving.
Oh,
vegetarian?
yes.
And You're
Yes.
just like super into
Yes,
it. Like
yeah.
you're like, and if you go over here, you have guns on the wall, and you just grab it like this, and you're just, I'm just like, dude, this guy is just into this dude.
Dude, it's so good.
Yeah.
It's so good. They have zombie games. They have everything. They have
Yeah.
everything.
I know. Once I get it, it's gonna be like,
It just.
yeah, like what do we play? Like, what can I play?
Yeah. And the good thing is, a lot of you can get a good variety of games, and most of the games are pretty cheap.
Really,
Yeah, it's like around $30 or so. $30 is like, yeah.
those scary games, I would want to
Bro.
play those.
I have Five Nights at Freddy's.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, those clips I see in VR of the people under the table, and you like the monster's like walking in front of them and it
Yes,
stops.
and then, like,
Bro,
crawling.
dude,
Yes.
I would rip that thing off my face and then like, Jay,
Yeah.
run! God,
Yeah,
it's going to
good
happen.
stuff.
Everything happens when it's supposed to.
How many, instead of posting a video,
Mm-hmm.
you should have obviously quite a big amount of likes, but instead of posting video, how many likes does this
Ooh.
video have to get for you to buy?
Ooh,
For you to buy a headset? It would be have to.
5 billion.
It's like a $300 headset. Oh fuck.
This is a long
tough?
this is a long shot.
I don't even know what's our average.
I was gonna say I have to find the average. Likes, I don't know, but views, I know. Once I say this, he's just gonna like market the shit out of a specific episode on his story. It's just like it's going to get there eventually. But if this episode specifically gets 5K,
That's realistic.
5K, I'll get a VR.
I'll take that.
And if it hits 5K before trials, then I'll get a VR before trials. And then if trials comes up before the 5K, then if I medal, I'll buy a VR set the next day.
You've heard it here, folks.
You've heard it here first.
Send it to all your friends.
Stop.
Send it to all your friends, all
Jim,
your
cut the
all your
cameras.
classmates.
To all your classmates. Xbox, record that. Send it to everyone.
Fuck, dude. We have so many sayings from 2v2s.
Oh my God.
That was a good time.
Yeah.
The spark is kind of gone for now.
Yeah.
Which probably for the better because it was very, very
2v2s
unhealthy.
brought out the worst in us.
Yes. Yes.
It
But
brought
it
out
was a
the
good
worst.
time. It was a good time. It was very,
We
very
still get
toxic.
every once in a while on 2v2s.
Yeah, we get on. We piss on some legs
Yeah.
here and there, but that was
Yeah.
one of them.
Yeah.
Pissing on the leg.
Piss on the leg.
That's from 2v2s.
2v2s.
We've got some creative minds here.
We do. Speaking of time, though, Speaking of time, I have an interesting stat. We talked all this about like buying VR, playing video games, blah blah. After saying this stat,
Yeah.
we're gonna be like,
Fuck this.
anyway, but I'm gonna say anyway. So you have roughly 8,700 hours in 1 year, right?
To use, or like this is including sleep?
This is just how many hours are in a year.
Okay.
It's like 8,760 or something like that. I heard this stat in a video and I wrote it down because I was like, wow. So you have 8,760 hours in 1 year. If you add up work, the average amount of people work, eating, sleep, and phone use / screen time, meaning watching Netflix, phone, video games, whatever. If you add all that up, that takes up 6,500 hours out of the year.
Holy fuck.
So that only leaves you like 25% of your year of actual time that you get to do stuff that either you enjoy or you like, or to make money, side hustle, whatever.
Yeah.
That is not a lot of time.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy. Good
When
thing
I
I don't have a job.
Yeah.
I'm sure that makes up like a big chunk, 8 hour.
the
8
biggest
hours a
chunk
day.
is work and sleeping.
Fuck.
Yeah. Think about that. You're on this earth until maybe, if you're healthy, like 80 some, high
Yeah.
80s, you know, for men. And most of your life is spent working or sleeping. That's scary. That's scary. And in 1 year, you only have about 2,000 hours to actually
Fuck, dude.
like do something
You mean
productive that year.
20,000. 20,000 or 2,000?
You only have 2,000 hours.
What?
Yeah, because there's 8,700 in a year.
Fuck.
And adding up all those work, eating, sleep, and phone takes up 6,500 hours. So it's roughly around 2,000 hours a year that you have of like doing something for yourself.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. So
Yeah, it circles back to just why would you not pull the trigger on so many things?
God, I know that makes
Why
yeah.
wait?
Yeah.
Why wait?
Yeah.
But like, I'm glad we started, like we pulled the trigger on something like this, the
Yeah.
fucking podcast.
Just
like,
do it.
Something we would always like talk about and then just like talk about. We do this so many times with so many things. I can only imagine like people with like full on lives that like actually do a bunch of stuff. Like they were just like,
Imagine how many things
putting things off.
Yeah, imagine how many things people are like,
Yep.
and if you just committed on one of those, it could change your life possibly.
Of course.
That's crazy.
Of course. There was so this is another thing. There's actually a couple of things that really make me want to buy a new car.
How the JitzBitz going?
Not good. I haven't been advertising.
Oh, come on.
It's on me. It's on me. I'm fucking irresponsible. But aside from the JitzBitz, I was looking into getting a new car because my car is kind of in pieces. It's not in pieces. It's just fucking. I'm always getting flat tires for some reason. I've got bad luck, I think. Regardless, I was looking into. Everyone's telling me, "Oh, you got to get a new car." And I was like, "Oh, you should get a." They're like, "Oh, you should get a truck for the roads." Like, yeah, sure, whatever. I look into that. The only thing that I'm kind of interested in would be like a Raptor. That's like, it's pretty expensive. It's like over $100,000 brand new. So I was like, I don't know how realistic this is, but what's something that I actually want around this price range? And I found a car, and I've been thinking about getting it, but not as of now. No, just because I'm poor. But there's so many things. Like my mom is like, "Oh, you have to get a house first before you get this fucking car."
Yeah.
I was like, "Mom, what if I die before I get to drive this car?" And she's like, can't comprehend it. But like, there's a story of this guy. He's like working all his life, and the story's told from the coworker, like the friend, coworker, and this guy, obviously waiting for retirement. He's like a week away from retiring, and he dies from like fucking cancer or something.
Yep.
And his whole life, like he's saving up money, he's getting this boat. He's like talking to all his coworkers. I'm gonna sail this boat across, do all these things with this thing, live out of this boat, and then he dies a week before he's about to retire. Never gets to sail the boat.
That's rough.
Why the fuck would I? If it's realistic, why the fuck would I wait?
Yeah.
Why would I wait? Why would you guys wait on pulling the trigger on the things that you want to do? Why? If it's realistic, that's one thing.
Yeah.
But it's obviously if it's like unattainable, that's another thing.
I was honestly this close to driving to the beach over the weekend.
Really?
Just driving there and then driving back.
Really?
Yeah.
Was it warm?
Over the weekend? Yeah, it was beautiful.
I don't remember what the weather's out right now.
Yeah, it was like 80. And cause I had to go teach a wrestling for pro MMA over the weekend.
Yeah.
And so I got that done really well. It was cool. And then the way back, I was like, I literally pulled up my phone, had my girlfriend's number pulled up, and I was about to literally be like, hey, when I get back, we're driving to the beach. Just go look at the ocean and then drive back. And I'm like, why didn't I do it?
Yeah.
Like, why didn't I do it? And I don't know what made me want to go do that. I think I saw a video. On Instagram. I was like scrolling through reels before I left from Kings, and I saw a video of like this guy, kind of like the same video you're talking about. He was just like, I kept waiting to go on this trip with my wife because we were both working. And he goes, I had made plans and like reservations to go to this trip, blah, blah, blah. And like a week later, his wife dies. And then like he already made reservations and stuff. And he's like, man, if I would have gone a month earlier, like what, like he goes, I've been just kind of putting this trip in the back pocket forever when we could have gone at any time.
Nothing was stopping.
And nothing was stopping him. Nothing. He's like, and now she's not here. And right outside the video, I was like, I'm gonna drive to the beach right now. Like,
seriously though,
it's
why
true,
fucking
though.
not?
Yeah.
Why not? Yeah.
It's weird, man.
It's so frustrating.
It is frustrating. It just makes me think like, man, I just have to start pulling trigger. I have to start pulling triggers on things, and don't get so caught up, even in like jiu-jitsu and like wrestling and the podcast. Like, don't get so caught up where I forget to go. I don't know. Drive to the beach one weekend.
Yeah.
Just go look at the beach.
Enjoy,
shit, you know, because like obviously winning a medal for me isn't everything, right? It's like it's just something I want to do personally as like a personal goal. But at the end of the day, we've heard several examples of like people getting that medal and being like,
now what?
Yeah. Like, and just going deep depression because it's like they're putting all their life in that metal when it's just like it's just another fake piece of metal.
You gotta
like,
fucking enjoy the process as well.
It's the journey. Exactly. It's the journey. And think about how many journeys you're missing out on that you would enjoy because you're just not pulling the trigger.
Yep.
Crazy.
I really forced for this year. I really wanted to. I don't want to travel every month, but I mentioned this before. I want to do seminars just to fucking force myself to interact. I mentioned this on the last podcast, but still very, very important for me, I think, just to like learn how to be a person.
Yeah. Learn how to be a person. I want to travel so bad.
Yeah.
Every day, dude, I just like, I can't wait till that day comes when like I have the money, I have the time, and I can just go travel.
Yeah.
Because it's a different, for me personally, it's a different feeling to go do something and to know like, all right, like back to work come the week. Even like what we do, jiu-jitsu and stuff, like we love what we do.
Yeah.
And I love what I do, but it's still work, right? I still got to put in work, which I enjoy it. But I also like, man, when I'm like 45, 50 years old, 45, just go travel and have no obligations to have to return.
Yeah.
If I really wanted to, I could just fuck off
there.
and just stay there, right? Like that's the day I want to look for.
Yeah.
Where I can just go there and be like, you know what? I don't want to go home next week. I'm going to stay another week.
Yep.
And being able to do that, that's what I'm waiting for.
Yeah, that's a good feeling.
Yeah.
I do like traveling, like for Hawaii, for example. When I went there, it was awesome that I was busy the whole time. Like I hate traveling and wasting time. So when I was there, I was there for, I don't know how long I was there, but I had like a day and a half to just at the end of the trip to do whatever I wanted. I got everything out that I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And then I was off.
Yeah.
And that was it. Like there was little to no downtime. And I'm really, I guess, just grateful for that trip. That was a good trip.
Yeah.
More of that would be nice.
more Hawaii would be nice.
More, yeah, definitely more Hawaii, but just more like traveling. Like when I'm traveling, I know I'm also gonna like be doing seminars or competing. So it's also like, okay, this is like for money or at least for some sort of opportunity somewhere. So it's usually always good. So like it's not like I'm just like a full-on vacation.
Yeah.
But it is good. Like, all right, you go there for work, you get all your work done, and then like you have like a day or just however much time after that to just fuck off.
Experience life. Like
Yeah.
I saw a reel that was like was it a reel or I forget what video kind of video it was, but it was like the whole point of life is to experience.
Yeah.
And I said, I was like, it's kind of true. Like
Yeah, for
everything's
sure. I
just
mean,
experiencing.
you don't die with
yeah.
all that shit that you buy.
Yeah.
You don't buy with that house. Or
Yeah.
you don't die with that house. You don't die with that LC 500 that you want so badly.
I still want that nice car. I want a nice car so bad. Every time I drive out somewhere on the weekends, this nice weather, I always see like a nice C8 Corvette drive
Yeah.
by, or like I saw a Ferrari.
Really?
Like 2 days ago.
Was it blue?
White.
White?
Yeah. All white, dude. Wide, dude. I think it was wide, low and wide. I saw the thing come from a mile away. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
I was
Yep.
like, man, yeah, got a nice car.
Fuck, man.
Be nice.
It's a good. You should use it as a reminder. Like these things are attainable.
Yeah.
You know, this is attainable.
Dude, see, that's when I like make my blood pressure go up though, because it pisses me off at the same time. I'm like, I see that car drive by, and I'm like, that dude driving that car is one better looking than me. I'm kidding. That's impossible. Impossible. He drives by. I'm like, that dude just spent. I want to say it was a Ferrari, a Spider, like the
Which
one,
one?
Jake Paul just bought.
I don't pay attention to them.
I saw a post. He like bought some yellow Ferrari, and it looked just like it. Minimum 700,000.
Fuck.
This Ferrari minimum. It was like one of those. It was like one of those ones. And I was like, that dude
God
just
damn.
spent more money than I'll probably save up currently in my life if I stayed in the same track. And my girlfriend who works 9 to 5 job on more money than I'd save my whole life on a car.
Yep.
Just to drive once every 2 weeks.
Yep.
That pisses me off.
Yep. That's another thing that
Like-
pisses me off. That's another thing that pisses me off. People buy shit and don't fucking use it.
Yeah.
If I buy that car,
Dude, I'm driving that thing every
I'm dailying that bitch. I'm driving her to work and back every goddamn day, and I'm using it same as I use this car.
Yeah.
I'm trading this bitch in and getting the fucking nice
And-
car.
I hear people say though, they're like, but yeah, but once you get it, you're not going to drive it because you don't want it like getting messed up or blah. I'm like, I don't care. Like I bought this to drive it. I don't care if it gets messed up.
You fucking paid for it.
Yeah,
it's
like,
yours.
If it gets messed up, it gets messed up. Like, did anything else stop me from doing the risky things I've done my whole life? Why would it stop me now?
Exactly.
Like I'm gonna hit this thing 170 on the road. If I crash this bitch, I'm going down with it.
I hope I go down with
Yeah, I hope I go down with it. Just stuck in there on fire and was like, fuck. Sucks.
God
This shouldn't have
damn.
been on Daily Driver. I literally saw a car on the highway 2 days ago, fully engulfed in flames.
Fuck, what?
Fully engulfed.
Wow.
Yeah, I drove. It was like traffic. I'm like, why is all this traffic here? I get up next to a car fully engulfed. I'm like, damn, I hope no one's in that thing.
That's what the traffic's there.
yeah. But yeah, Ferraris. Nice cars.
Yeah, the car I was looking at, it has like over double the amount of. I hate to be like a fucking numbers person. I've never experienced the car, so all I have is the numbers and pictures. But the car has double the amount of horsepower than my car currently. My car currently is like not a fast car. It's not known for being fast. It's fast on the track. Like it's got good like suspension and stuff. It's very good in turns. It's not like a fast car though. This car is fast.
This car is actually fast.
Actually fast. Yeah. It's 471 horsepower. Supposedly 0 to 60 in around 3 seconds, but I've heard people say they don't believe it. Maybe around closer to 4 seconds. But
I watched a video like last week that made me happy. It made me put a smile on my face.
what was it?
And it was a video of you, actually.
Oh God.
I don't know why YouTube recommended this, but I was scrolling through. It's normally like video game stuff and jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
But I got a video of when you were in high school.
Oh no.
Like an old video.
no.
Like you were young. I was like, I didn't even recognize you. I'm like, I literally scrolled past it.
I had like
and
short
I went
hair.
back. I was like, is that Jay? And I was like, holy shit. And it was like an interview. So I clicked on it. And there was a part that I was like, nice. It's when they asked you. I forget what they asked
This
you.
is before I was fucking an intellectual.
Yeah. They asked you what your dream car was.
Oh really?
And it was the same thing you say now.
A Koenigsegg.
Yeah. Go and sing. That's what you said.
You're goddamn
And the
right.
interview, I was like, good. I was
Yeah.
like, that's been on his mind
Yeah.
for a long time now.
It's well over a $3 million car.
Yeah. So the fact that you said it,
Fucking
you're like,
beautiful.
and I could, when you said it, it made me laugh because it was like the same look, the same smile,
Yeah.
the same, just like I could just see the gears turning up
Yeah.
here, just like, I want to go in sick. My dream car. And someone
Dude.
just like, anyway, but
They're like, What is that?
yeah,
Koenigsegg?
what? Anyway, next question. But I thought that was funny. It was a really short clip, but I was
Yeah.
like, that's the same car he talks about
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. Have you ever watched Need for Speed, the movie?
I want to.
Bro, you have to watch that.
I've watched the whole Fast and Furious franchise, stuff like that. But I've not seen Need for Speed.
Fast and Furious does not compare to that. If you're an actual car enthusiast, this is the fucking movie.
Really?
It's a good fucking movie. Also, what's his name? Aaron Paul or something, right? The Breaking Bad guy.
Oh yeah.
Jesse.
Oh yeah.
He is he's the main character. Very good movie.
Huh.
There's the main scene, they're racing 3 Koenigsegg's. And just the way they introduce them, they're like, yeah, these are the guy's like, yeah, these are Euro specs. Like, people don't even know these exist. Damn. And then they go fucking race them on just like a freeway.
Do you know those cars? Not just those cars you're talking about, but like those hyper cars.
Yeah.
Like Bugattis, those type of cars. Even Ferraris, Lamborghinis, you can't just buy them.
Yeah, you have to have like
You have to have like a meeting and stuff, like
Yeah.
with director of Ferrari or Bugatti.
Ferrari is more like fucking tough.
Stickler. Like,
Yeah. Porsche as well, I believe.
Really?
I think Lamborghini is a little bit more like do whatever the fuck. Like if you paint a Ferrari a certain color, like they'll fucking give you a
you were
cease and
telling me
desist.
that.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
So isn't that interesting that like they I brought this up when I saw the Ferrari to my girlfriend. I thought this was so interesting. Oh, my bra strap's falling.
New satchel.
Yeah, I got my satchel. But I was like, wow, I saw that Ferrari and I was like, okay, that car probably is fast, but I'm sure there's another car out there faster than that car.
Yeah.
But way cheaper.
Yeah, for sure.
And so when you spend $600,000, you're not even spending that much money for the specs of the car, but literally just the plastic emblem on the front.
To an extent, yeah.
To an extent, because if you could find a car half that price that can go just as fast, if not faster.
Yeah.
Think about how well you had to market your company, where you can convince people to spend that much money on a plastic emblem on the front of the car.
Yeah.
Isn't
That's-
that crazy?
That's the thing. It's like it kind of frustrates me because there's like this is so common with Lamborghini. Like everyone, like you talk to most like kids, like everyone wants a fucking Lamborghini. But it's like there's so, or like even people that do have money, you know, they have poor taste in cars when they get like a certain Lamborghini. It's like, dog, of all the cars you can afford, you bought like this Lamborghini. Like,
This Lamborghini.
like given me, I'm fucking poor. I can't afford a Lamborghini. But you know, I got better taste than you. That's all that matters. But so it's frustrating. Like
It is.
I don't know. I guess marketing is a big
It's huge.
like, aspect of it. You know the story of like Ferrari and Lamborghini.
No, tell me the story, but before you do, have you
Yeah.
seen the movies Ferrari and Lamborghini?
No.
Me neither.
Maybe.
But I was just curious.
Yeah, I've never watched the movie. Maybe it gives a better. I'm sure it gives a better.
What's this? Oh, the story like they're like competitors.
Yeah, so
Lamborghini like made tractors or something, right?
So I don't know exactly, but Ferrari was a company. Lamborghini was the guy's name was like last name was Lamborghini, whatever. He went to Ferrari, offering them like giving them like this idea, and they told him to fuck off. So instead of fucking off, he makes his own
Nice.
fucking car company as
See, guys?
a competitor of Ferrari, and now they're still competitors.
That's awesome.
It's fucking crazy.
Someone pointed out something. They're like, "Have you ever seen a Lamborghini commercial?"
No.
Me neither. And they're like, an interviewer asked Lamborghini that, and they're like, because we don't advertise people who sit on their couches. So like the people who buy Lamborghinis are on their couch.
Interesting.
I was like, oh, interesting. And so like they value their product that much, Ferrari, Bugatti, where it's like, we don't even care if you can afford our car.
Yeah.
We want you to be a certain person.
Yeah.
Like, because someone could sell their house and be a drug dealer, but sell their house to buy a Lamborghini. They're like, yeah, but we don't want that image. We want that good-looking, tall, good-looking watch wearer guy to buy our cars, and like that's what we want people to see in our car. And I was like, that's so interesting, because speaking of marketing, to kind of go with that Ferrari Lamborghini thing, it's like there was this company that made alcohol. I think it was people who made an alcohol. Grey Goose. Did I tell you this?
I don't know.
But yeah, Grey Goose. They were like trying to compete with all these other alcohols, and someone came in. They're like, make our bottle $200, and then he's like, everyone's like, what? He's like, just make it $200. He's like it made no sense. Yeah, they made it $200. Everyone started buying it because they put their product out there as like, hey, this is luxury. Don't ask why. Yeah. Don't ask if it's true. It just fucking is. Yeah. So if you buy this, you look bougie.
Did you see someone made a video about this, but so they made a store. You know this? They made a store.
The shoe store?
The shoe store.
God, I love that.
So good. So they made a shoe store.
So good.
And they invited all these like influencers, fashion people, whatever, and they're like, oh, look at all these expensive shoes. They're reviewing the shoes, just talking to the cameras, like expressing how beautiful,
how
and
nice, like,
how
so
nice
quality.
it feels, good quality, that bullshit. And then they're like, at the end of all of that, they're like, yeah, all of this is from Payless. This is a $15 pair of shoes, and they cannot believe what the people are saying to them.
It's all marketing.
It's all marketing.
That's crazy, dude. That's literally the same example as the Ferrari and the logo. Yeah. It's like you buy it just for that logo on the front.
I would never buy a Lamborghini, but
you never buy a Lamborghini?
No.
Really? I
can't.
That would not be my first 3 cars I'd buy. But if you had the money, you still wouldn't buy one. Like, let's say you have a Ferrari, you have the Koenigsegg, you have all these other cars, and you're just wealthy. You would not want to have in your garage have at least one Lamborghini.
Maybe a specific Lamborghini.
Specific one,
like a very, very expensive one. I think there's only 3 of them made ever. But aside from that,
the Aventador or something like that.
No, that's like the basic one.
Oh, really? That's the basic one?
Yeah. The Aventador and the Huracan are the most common Lamborghinis.
And the Gallardo too, right? Gallardo's pretty. That one's like one of the cheapest ones you can buy. You can get a used Gallardo for like $160,000.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll just buy that instead.
Yeah.
Fuck that. I don't want that.
Yeah, you don't get it.
You played GTA 5. You know the Zentorno.
Yes.
That's the one. That's the Lamborghini. That's the one of 3.
It was in one of the Fast and Furious movies as well. The one that drive out of the building.
Yeah. Was it all black or no? No. That is a Lincoln Hypersport, I believe. They drive out. It's red. They drive out of the
red. Yes.
Yeah, I have that on my CSR.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. That's a Lincoln.
But yeah, the GTA one.
That's a Zentorno. That's a.
In real life, it's like what, $3 million? Like $3 million.
I think it's quite. I think it's more than $3 million because there's only 3 made.
3 made ever, or like every year?
ever.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd assume it's pretty expensive.
I want that car in my garage too.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Lincoln Hypersport. Enough talk about cars.
Yeah, this dude's
What's in this goddamn satchel?
This dude's getting a boner over there. I'll show you right now what's in this.
You got some Caulibuds in there or something. Oh.
That's it. It's purely fashion, guys. I bought into the whole marketing scheme.
Interesting. What
Yeah.
made you commit to this? You saw Damien wearing his?
Actually, I bought this a long time ago
Oh, really?
when I first got to Austin. I saw it in a store downtown. And then, yes, I see Damien's a satchel guy. And it matched my shirt a little bit.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna pop this on.
Take her out today.
Take her out for a spin. Yeah.
I see. Interesting. How long have we been going here?
We've been going.
Let's see. Oh, we're about an hour in.
Okay.
That's
good.
about good. Is there anything else we should mention to the people?
The people, the dogs, the doghouse. Not that I could think of.
Yeah, I guess just support the companies that support your favorite dogs over here. Obviously, Caulibuds, Juce Organics, and Petwear Co.
Yes, sir.
Obviously, thank you guys all for tuning in. Make sure, I told you this before, make sure we get this video 5K views.
God.
Make sure you send this to a friend. Tell them to click on the goddamn link. It's not a scam.
If it gets 5K, I will buy a VR.
Go. All right. Thank you guys all for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
Peace.